What's up, you guys? This is Aldo with PragerU. We're here at UCLA to talk to the students about Veterans Day. This is going to be a good one. Let's go. Veterans Day is coming up on November 11th. When you hear Veterans Day, what do you think of and what does it mean to you?
Well, I think of vacation.
To be honest, I was never really educated that much on it, so I guess I don't know. I don't have any veterans in my family, so it was just kind of a day off.
One of my grandparents was a veteran, so it means honoring those that served in the war, and it's a little bit more emotional because my grandfather's gone now. He didn't die in war, but it always meant a lot to him.
Why do you think it's so important that we honor veterans?
Well, they served to protect us, and they put their lives on the line. I think they deserve our respect.
I mean, a lot of the time, the stuff they do is overlooked, and I feel like just having a day to remind everyone is important, and it does enough to kind of bring it in the forefront.
It's really important to not only honor them on one day, but honor them in general.
I have a neighbor actually who left his family for 18 months to serve in Djibouti, Africa, and he had 3 young children. That was a huge burden to his wife and young children, obviously, a burden to him to serve our country and be away from his family that long. So they're making huge sacrifices beyond what I could even digest, on a day-to-day basis.
People put their life on the line for us to have what we have, and you kind of also can't help but think about how they're treated when they come back and the circumstances that they face when they come back. It's not always been great.
We're spending a lot here and not enough here. Where the government spends their money has always reflected where their priorities were at.
I think we need to pass a lot more legislation to support ex-veterans. We can't forget about them. They dedicated a lot of their lives to this country, and then it's really of us to just turn around and forget about them after they're not active.
I mean, they're risking their lives, right? So I think it's important to value that for our country and stuff like that.
Do you think that we have a moral obligation as Americans to protect and honor our veterans after they come back from war?
I think so.
So right now, the California Department of Veteran Affairs spends less than $1 billion on their services. And in comparison, California spends $23 billion in tax dollars in services relating to illegal immigration. What do you think about that?
I think it should be the other way around.
How do you think that makes veterans feel when they hear that number?
Probably a little pissed off.
After hearing those figures, do you think that it's something to look into, that we should spend less on people that cross through the border illegally and maybe put more of that money towards homeless veterans?
My initial thought is that it does make more sense to prioritize the veterans, just because I think obviously if we had an unlimited supply of money, sure, it would take care of everybody, but at the end of the day, that's not the case.
I would understand if a veteran were to feel slighted. It feels shitty to feel like you're doing something for your country and then end up homeless.